emergency response is primarily the accountability of governments to protect if it's an ocean economy, an ocean state. But what is perhaps not so sound is that government cannot do it on its own, either due to limited resources or limited competence or even the knowledge. I believe, and it's certainly also shared with our government and many other governments around the world, like the United Kingdom or France, that it needs to be a public sector, private sector collaboration. Private sector as a know-how and the expertise and competence, government as the policy managers, and managing the policy and legislative and regulatory aspects need to combine with private sector. So the short answer is it should really be, in my opinion, be a private-public collaboration. I'm not Mauritian, but with your Mauritian ocean economy strategy, emergency preparedness from a maritime perspective takes on an important aspect, especially if you're looking at the stated intent of Mauritius to become a bunker hub. So upwards of 1 million tons of bunker fuels will be imported. Your traffic will increase from east to west and west to east in terms of containerization. So the activity and the risk profile of any vessels running aground or of oil spillages increases. And to answer your question is, it should be on the forefront of the thinking. How do we ensure the sustainability of an ocean economy strategy? And the second aspect is if Mauritius is prepared and how the regional preparedness and infrastructure can support that. Because there is value in having a regional cooperation, as it is in South Africa with Namibia and Mozambique in particular, and how we leverage off each other's network and infrastructure and assets and resources. Well, at the risk of sounding arrogant, and one must be careful to say that Mauritius can learn best practices, but the one best practice that South Africa has is that its National Department of Transport has a vessel on contract with a private marine contractor, and that vessel provides a surveillance of the coast. We have a coastline of almost 3,000 kilometers. It is not an ocean economy state like Mauritius as an example, but that is something that is probably worthwhile thinking about in what the Mauritius emergency preparedness should look like. I would expect that there would be information exchange between the participants, that there would be lessons learned from each national or country activities. And I would like the participants to take away that this is a real activity for which governments should be prepared for, especially if they are ocean economies or exposed to the ocean economies. And to raise that awareness and to bring that urgency across.